Hello everyone. My name is Ngobani. Ngobo is my surname. We are Group U. Consists of 5 members, which is Tabani, Gwenza, Nkululeko Vilakazi, Mathenjwa Mzwakhe, Magubane Sane. We are going to present our topic for today is a product function based on the content of production planning. Briefly, this definition of a production planning is production planning is an administrative process that takes place within a manufacturing company. For example, a SAP company. A SAP company is a manufacturing company which is manufacturing papers, and it is a well-known company that provide paper manufacturing. Okay, we all know that SAP is the company that manufacturing papers and give it to into public. So here are some questions may ask that where does SAP extract raw material? SAP extract raw material from forest industries. For example, Mondi forest, they extract raw material in bracket. They use gum tree to do manufacturing papers or to manufacture papers. And another example, which sector does the raw material is used by SAP falls? It falls under a primary sector. I will take this opportunity to my other group members to proceed and give you deep details about a production function based on production planning. Thank you.
Good morning, grade 11. How are you today? Okay. Today's lesson will be about production planning. What do you understand about the word production planning? Anyone? It can be anyone. Okay. It seems that you don't understand about production planning. Okay. Let me briefly explain to you. Okay. A production planning is the administrative process that takes place within the manufacturing business. It involves making sure raw material are processed into final goods. Okay. There are many expenses that we must consider in production planning, but today we will look at 3 of them, which is routing, loading, and scheduling. Okay. When we are talking about the routine, it is the sequence in which production operates will take place, and it is the first step of production planning. And if we are talking about loading is involved allocating of employees and machine into their task. And we will talk about the scheduling, which is last we're gonna talk about. It is the timetable of production, and it gives the starting and completing dates and time. It gives a lot of important to the time element in the production. It is done for a material or part of machine. Okay. And I will send some notes. To you so that you will able to see what we are talking about, and you will able to study at home with those notes, which are slides. Thank you.
Good morning, class. My name is Tawan Gwenza. I will proceed on the advantages of production planning. It is important to plan. Whatever you are doing, you need to plan so that everything will be accordingly and will be successful. Here we talk about SAPI. Why SAPI they need to plan in their production. This is why companies somehow, somewhere they liquidate or they shut down because they fail to do their planning thoroughly or correctly. So why we plan as a business? This reduces wastage and unnecessary storage cost. And planning will prevent time being wasted and increase the number of final products. The company can ensure that it has the correct amount of suppliers in stock at a given time, which is the most important part about the company, about their suppliers. They must not, in the shortage of suppliers, they must maintain each and every time. Planning allows an entrepreneur to ensure that every machine and work are used in their full capacity, not left with nothing to do, which means everything in the organization must have something to do. No machine must be stay there without producing or manufacturing. That is the waste. At the end, that machine needs to be paid for installment. Maybe it's a machine that was bought in credit. Yeah, I will let my colleagues to proceed.
So good morning, grade 11. So today we'll be doing part 3 of this lesson, which is production control and looking at the production process of a paper. So what is production control? Production control is a function of management which plans, directs, and controls the supply of raw materials and processing activities. Production control also ensures that production activities are carried out in such a way that the available resources and capital and labor are used in the best way possible. So now we're going to be looking at the production process of paper. So for paper to be produced, it needs raw materials. So we go to the primary sector. The primary sector is where we are collecting raw materials from the land. And then we go to secondary sector, which is where the process of transforming raw materials into finished product takes place. And then and for the third part, which is the last part, whereby it is tertiary sector, where is selling the paper into retailers and other businesses.
Okay, grade 11. Now we have studied the production plan, the definition of the production plan, and you have also studied the advantages of production plan, and you have also studied the meaning of the production control. Now I want you to see that you really understood the lesson of today. So there is an activity here about the consolidation lesson and lesson conclusion. So here you answer these 3 questions in individuals. First, you will answer, what do you think of a person who failed to control production? Then you explain there, give the reasons and what you think. Why do we control in Afghan the production? You explain there. Then the last question is, what are the risks associated with the controlling of the production? This is gonna be your classwork to see that you really understood the lesson. Okay, let's start writing.